Do you ever feel like life is just too much? Stress, conflicts, and unexpected problems can make it seem impossible to stay calm. But what if I told you there's a way to stay peaceful and strong no matter what? Imagine standing firm and unshaken, even when life throws its worst at you. This isn't just a fantasy, it's the power of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy can teach you how to control your emotions and reactions, helping you live a more fulfilled life. Stay with me as we uncover 10 timeless Stoic principles that can help you handle anything life throws your way. These aren't just old ideas. They're practical tools you can use every day to build inner strength and resilience. You won't want to miss this, and if you find this video helpful, please support us by hitting the like button and subscribing. And let us know in the comments, type 1 if you like the video and 0 if you don't. Your feedback will help us improve. 1. Firm purpose. Epictetus emphasized having a firm purpose. He said, "Difficulties show a person's character, and the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it." Having a clear purpose acts like an anchor, keeping you steady in chaotic times. Think about what truly matters to you, your values, goals, and principles. When you know your purpose, life's challenges become easier to manage. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you see them as steps towards your goals. Imagine being in a stormy sea. Without a clear direction, you would be tossed around by the waves. But with a firm purpose, you have a compass that guides you through the storm. This purpose doesn't just appear overnight. It comes from deep reflection on what you care about most. Start by asking yourself some important questions. What do you stand for? What kind of person do you want to be? What values are most important to you? Write down your thoughts. This helps to make your purpose clear and concrete. Having a firm purpose also helps you make better decisions. When you know what you want to achieve, you can focus on actions that move you towards your goals. This makes it easier to ignore distractions and stay on track. Life will always throw challenges your way, it's unavoidable. But with a firm purpose, these challenges become manageable. They turn from big, scary mountains into smaller hills that you can climb. Reflecting on your purpose can also give you strength during tough times. When things get hard, remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. This reminder can motivate you to keep going, even when you feel like giving up. In the end, a firm purpose isn't just about having goals. It's about knowing yourself deeply and living in a way that aligns with your true self. This brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that external successes alone can't provide. So, take the time to discover and nurture your purpose. It will be your guide through the ups and downs of life. 2. Control your mind. Our emotions are shaped by our thoughts and perspectives. This means we have the power to choose how we respond to any situation. Imagine being able to stay calm and collected no matter what happens. That's the goal of controlling your mind. Start by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment and aware of your thoughts and feelings without judging them. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger your mind becomes. Begin with small, achievable goals. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breathing. This simple practice can help you build self-confidence and control over your thoughts. Think of your mind as a garden. If you let weeds grow, they will take over. But if you tend to it regularly, pulling out the weeds and nurturing the plants you want to grow, your garden will thrive. The same goes for your thoughts. Pay attention to what's growing in your mind and take care to nurture positive, constructive thoughts. Another technique is to reframe negative thoughts. When something bad happens, instead of thinking, "This is terrible," try to find a more positive angle. Ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I grow from this experience?" This shift in perspective can make a big difference in how you feel and react. It's also important to set boundaries. Protect your mind from negativity by being mindful of what you expose yourself to. This might mean limiting time with people who bring you down or cutting back on consuming negative news and media. Surround yourself with positive influences that uplift and inspire you. Remember, controlling your mind isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending everything is fine. It's about acknowledging your feelings and choosing a constructive response. It's like standing in the middle of a storm, feeling the wind and rain, but knowing that you have the strength to stay grounded and calm. Over time, as you practice these techniques, you'll find that you react less impulsively and more thoughtfully. You'll build a mental resilience that helps you navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Controlling your mind is a powerful tool for living a balanced, fulfilling life. Keep practicing and you'll see the benefits unfold. 3. Handle criticism with grace. Criticism can be tough to handle, but it's a part of life. How you respond to it can make a big difference in your personal growth and peace of mind. When faced with criticism, try to understand yourself deeply and maintain patience and gentleness. First, don't take criticism personally. It's natural to feel hurt or defensive, but remember that criticism often says more about the person giving it than it does about you. Take a step back and assess the feedback objectively. Ask yourself if there is any truth in the criticism. Even harsh feedback can have valuable insights. This doesn't mean you have to accept all criticism as valid, but being open to considering it shows maturity and a willingness to learn. Next, practice patience. When you receive criticism, pause before reacting. Take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to process what was said. This pause helps you respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Gentleness is also key. Respond with calmness and respect, even if the criticism was delivered harshly. This approach not only diffuses tension, but also shows that you are confident and in control of your emotions. Think of criticism as a mirror. It reflects areas where you might improve. Instead of seeing it as an attack, view it as an opportunity for growth. When you handle criticism gracefully, you turn a potentially negative experience into a positive one. It's also helpful to seek constructive criticism actively. Ask for feedback from people you trust and respect. This proactive approach shows that you are committed to self-improvement and are open to learning. Remember, not all criticism is valid. Sometimes people criticize out of their own insecurities or misunderstandings. It's important to discern which feedback is useful and which is not. Develop a thick skin and don't let unjust criticism affect your self-worth. Engaging in constructive dialogue can also help. If the criticism comes from someone close, like a friend or family member, consider discussing it with them. Ask for clarification and express your perspective calmly. This not only helps resolve any misunderstandings, but also strengthens your relationships. Lastly, use criticism to inspire others. When people see you responding to criticism with grace and a willingness to learn, they are likely to admire your strength and follow your example. You become a role model for resilience and emotional intelligence. Handling criticism effectively is a skill that takes practice, but it can greatly enhance your personal and professional life. By remaining calm, open, and respectful, you can turn criticism into a powerful tool for growth. 4. Transform offense. When someone offends us, it's natural to feel hurt and want to retaliate. But Stoicism teaches us a different approach. Our emotions are the result of our thoughts and personal perspectives. This means we have the power to choose how to respond to any situation. Instead of letting offense overwhelm us, we can see it as an opportunity to strengthen our patience and self-awareness. Think of offense like a heavy weight. Every time you resist the urge to react impulsively, you're building a mental muscle. You're training your mind to remain calm and composed, no matter what. This isn't just about suppressing emotions, it's about understanding them deeply and responding in a way that aligns with your values and long-term goals. One practical way to transform offense is through cognitive reframing. When you feel offended, try to look at the situation from a different angle. Instead of focusing on the negative, ask yourself what you can learn from this experience. This doesn't mean you have to agree with the offender, but it allows you to extract any potential lessons and grow from them. For instance, if a friend criticizes your lifestyle choices, instead of taking it personally, consider if there's any merit to their observation. Or, see it as an opportunity to affirm your commitment to your values. This shift in perspective can turn a negative experience into a chance for personal growth. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of empathy. When someone offends you, Try to put yourself in their shoes. What might they be going through that caused them to act this way? This perspective can help you respond with compassion rather than anger. It's not about excusing bad behavior, but about understanding that everyone has their struggles. Another powerful technique is to practice forgiveness. Holding on to offense and resentment only harms you. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself from the burden of negative emotions. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the offense, but rather releasing its hold on you. It's a gift you give yourself, allowing you to move forward with peace and clarity. Transforming offense also involves setting boundaries. Be mindful of what you allow into your mental space. Just as you wouldn't let garbage into your home, don't let negative thoughts, toxic people, or harmful media clutter your mind. Surround yourself with positive influences that uplift and inspire you. Lastly, remember that transforming offense is a practice. It's not something you perfect overnight. It requires patience, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth. Each time you choose to transform an offense, you're reinforcing a positive habit and making it easier to respond constructively in the future. By viewing offenses as opportunities for growth and practicing empathy, forgiveness, and cognitive reframing, you can build resilience and maintain inner peace. This approach not only helps you navigate personal conflicts but also fosters a more positive and understanding outlook on life. 5. Overcome fear and shame. Fear and shame are powerful emotions that can hold us back. However, Stoicism teaches us that these feelings are not caused by events themselves, but by how we think about them. This means we have the ability to change our perspective and overcome these emotions. Fear often comes from the unknown or the anticipation of negative outcomes. It's a natural response meant to protect us, but it can become overwhelming if left unchecked. To overcome fear, start by facing it head-on. Instead of avoiding what scares you, examine it closely. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Break it down into specific concerns. Often, fear loses its power when you analyze it rationally. For example, imagine you're afraid of public speaking. This fear might stem from worries about being judged or making mistakes. But when you break it down, you realize the audience is there to listen and learn, not to judge harshly. Even if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. Each time you speak, you chip away at the fear, making it more manageable. Shame is another deep-seated emotion that can make us feel unworthy or flawed. It often comes from societal pressures or past mistakes. To overcome shame, confront it with courage and self-compassion. Accept your imperfections and learn from your experiences rather than letting them define you. Consider a situation where you feel ashamed of a past mistake. Instead of allowing this shame to fester, face it directly. Reflect on the mistake and understand why it happened. What can you learn from it? How can this experience make you a better person? This process helps transform shame into a valuable lesson instead of a source of self-loathing. Self-forgiveness is a crucial step in overcoming shame. Holding on to shame keeps you trapped in a cycle of self-criticism. By forgiving yourself, you release this heavy burden and allow yourself to move forward. This doesn't mean excusing your mistakes, but acknowledging them, learning from them, and then letting them go. To practice overcoming fear and shame, start with small steps. Gradually expose yourself to situations that trigger these emotions. Use each experience as a learning opportunity. Over time, you'll build resilience, and what once terrified or shamed you will no longer have the same hold over you. Stoicism also teaches the importance of community and support. Share your fears and feelings of shame with trusted friends or mentors. Opening up about these emotions can be liberating and provide you with new perspectives and encouragement. Often you'll find that others have faced similar challenges and can offer valuable insights and support. By facing your fears, reflecting on your mistakes, and practicing self-forgiveness, you can overcome fear and shame. This journey requires patience and courage, but it leads to a stronger, more resilient you. Remember, it's not about erasing these emotions, but learning to manage and grow from them. 6. Anticipate obstacles. Epictetus suggested that by envisioning potential difficulties along our path, we prepare ourselves to face them calmly and thoughtfully. This isn't about expecting the worst, but being ready for anything. When you anticipate obstacles, you won't be caught off guard when they appear. Instead, you'll have considered possible solutions and ways to manage your reactions. One practical way to anticipate obstacles is through a technique called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves taking time to visualize potential challenges and consider how you would respond to them. For example, before a big meeting, think about what could go wrong: technical difficulties, tough questions, or personal nervousness. By envisioning these scenarios, you can plan your responses and reduce the impact of surprise. This practice isn't about dwelling on negativity, but building mental resilience. When you've mentally rehearsed handling difficulties, you're less likely to be thrown off balance when they occur. You become more adaptable and capable of maintaining your composure, which is a hallmark of Stoic philosophy. Anticipating obstacles also means being flexible and open to change. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and rigid expectations can lead to disappointment and stress. By anticipating that things may not go as expected, you can remain flexible and adjust your plans as needed. This adaptability is crucial for navigating life's uncertainties with grace and effectiveness. Another important aspect of anticipating obstacles is maintaining a balanced perspective. While it's useful to consider potential difficulties, it's equally important to recognize your strengths and resources. Acknowledge the skills, knowledge, and support systems you have that can help you overcome challenges. This balanced approach ensures that you're prepared without becoming overly anxious or negative. Anticipating obstacles helps build patience and perseverance. When you know that challenges are inevitable, you develop a long-term mindset that values persistence over immediate success. You become more patient with the process and more resilient in the face of setbacks. This endurance is a key component of Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of steadfastness and inner strength. Engaging in regular reflection can also enhance your ability to anticipate obstacles. Take time to review past experiences and identify patterns. What challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them? What strategies worked, and what could you improve? By learning from your experiences, you can better prepare for future obstacles and refine your approach to problem solving. Incorporating mindfulness practices can further strengthen your ability to anticipate and manage obstacles. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware, allowing you to recognize potential challenges early and respond thoughtfully. It enhances your emotional regulation, ensuring that you remain calm and centered even in stressful situations. By practicing the premeditation of evils, staying flexible, and reflecting on past experiences, you can anticipate and manage obstacles more effectively. This approach not only prepares you for challenges but also builds resilience and inner strength, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease. 7. Inner strength. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This simple yet profound statement underscores the essence of inner strength. Our true power lies not in altering external circumstances but in mastering our inner responses. Inner strength starts with self-awareness. Recognize your emotions without letting them overwhelm you. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather observing them and understanding their roots. When you become aware of your emotional triggers, you can better manage your reactions. Stoicism emphasizes distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. This distinction is crucial for maintaining inner peace. We cannot control other people's actions or opinions, but we can control our attitudes and responses. By focusing on what we can control, we conserve our energy and reduce unnecessary stress. Forgiveness is another powerful aspect of inner strength. Holding on to grudges and resentment drains our energy and clouds our judgment. Just as Stoicism teaches us to control our reactions, it also encourages us to practice forgiveness. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but releasing its hold on us. By forgiving, we free ourselves from the burden of negative emotions and create space for healing and growth. Building inner strength also involves developing resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and setbacks are inevitable. The key is to view these setbacks as opportunities to strengthen your character. Every challenge you face is a chance to practice resilience and perseverance. Over time, this practice fortifies your inner strength, making you more adaptable and less susceptible to life's fluctuations. Stoicism encourages us to seek strength not just in ourselves, but also in our community and faith. Surround yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire you. Engage in conversations that challenge and expand your thinking. If you have a spiritual practice, draw on it for strength and guidance. These external sources of support can reinforce your inner strength and provide a sense of belonging and purpose. Practicing gratitude is an effective way to cultivate inner strength. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a positive mindset. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating these positives, you strengthen your emotional resilience and maintain a balanced perspective. Inner strength is also about embracing vulnerability. Acknowledging your fears and insecurities doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. By confronting these vulnerabilities with courage and compassion, you transform them into sources of strength. This self-acceptance is a vital component of inner strength, allowing you to navigate life with authenticity and confidence. Remember, cultivating inner strength is a continuous process. It requires self-awareness, forgiveness, resilience, and gratitude. By focusing on what you can control and seeking support from your community and faith, you build a foundation of inner strength that helps you face life's challenges with grace and confidence. This journey leads to a more balanced, fulfilling life, where you are in control of your reactions and emotions. 8. Restrain actions. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to react impulsively. However, Stoicism teaches the power of restraint. Restraining your actions means thinking before you act and making deliberate choices that align with your values. Start by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to your impulses and triggers. When you feel the urge to react, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself if your reaction will help or harm the situation. This pause gives you control over your actions instead of letting emotions dictate your behavior. Think of restraint as a muscle that gets stronger with practice. Begin with small steps. For example, if you find yourself getting angry in traffic, take a deep breath and remind yourself that getting upset won't change the situation. Over time, these small acts of restraint build up, making it easier to stay calm in more challenging circumstances. Delaying gratification is another important aspect of restraining actions. In a world where immediate rewards are often prioritized, practicing patience can be powerful. Whether it's waiting to buy something until you can afford it or putting in the effort to achieve a long-term goal, delaying gratification helps build discipline and resilience. Restraint is also crucial in communication. In moments of heated discussion or conflict, it's easy to let emotions take over and say things we might later regret. Before speaking, consider the impact of your words. Are they constructive? Do they reflect your values? By speaking mindfully and with intention, you can build stronger, more respectful relationships. Setting personal boundaries is another way to practice restraint. This means knowing your limits and respecting them. It involves saying no when necessary and not overcommitting yourself. By setting boundaries, you protect your energy and ensure you have the capacity to focus on what's truly important. Restraint requires discipline and self-control. It's about being conscious of your impulses and actively choosing to control them. For instance, if you tend to procrastinate, create a structured schedule that helps you stay focused and productive. If you struggle with anger, practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation to help you remain calm in stressful situations. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of acting according to reason rather than impulse. This means making decisions based on thoughtful consideration of the situation and its consequences. Imagine you're faced with a significant decision at work. Instead of making a hasty choice, take the time to gather information, weigh the pros and cons, and consider how your decision aligns with your values and goals. This reasoned approach leads to better outcomes and a greater sense of control. Regular reflection can enhance your ability to restrain actions. Take time each day to review your behavior and consider where you could have exercised more restraint. What triggered your impulses? How could you respond differently in the future? This ongoing self-assessment helps build greater self-awareness and strengthens your commitment to acting with intention. Restrain actions by incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware, allowing you to recognize impulsive urges and choose more thoughtful responses. Whether through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or mindful observation, these practices can significantly enhance your self-control. Remember, restraining actions is not about becoming passive or avoiding action altogether. It's about being deliberate and intentional in your choices, understanding that your actions have consequences, and taking responsibility for them. By practicing self-restraint, you become more effective in achieving your goals and maintaining your inner peace. 9. Acceptance. Acceptance is a core principle of Stoicism. It means recognizing and embracing reality as it is, rather than wishing it were different. This doesn't mean giving up or resigning to fate, but rather understanding what is within your control and what is not. Life is full of unpredictable events. Some things are beyond our control, like the weather, other people's actions, or unforeseen challenges. Acceptance involves acknowledging these realities without resistance. When you accept things as they are, you conserve energy that would otherwise be spent on frustration or denial. Start by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware, allowing you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. By regularly practicing mindfulness, you develop the ability to accept each moment as it comes with all its imperfections and uncertainties. Acceptance is also about letting go of perfectionism. Many of us strive for perfection in our careers, relationships, and personal achievements. However, this relentless pursuit can lead to stress and dissatisfaction. By accepting that perfection is unattainable, we can appreciate our efforts and progress. This doesn't mean lowering our standards, but recognizing that imperfections are part of the human experience. Embracing our flaws and setbacks with compassion allows us to live more fully and authentically. Consider the story of a sailor navigating the seas. The sailor cannot control the wind or the waves, but can adjust the sails and steer the ship accordingly. Similarly, in life, we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions and decisions. By focusing on what we can influence, we navigate through life more effectively. Gratitude is another powerful tool for cultivating acceptance. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our mindset from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude helps us see the good in our lives even amidst challenges. By regularly practicing gratitude, we reinforce a positive outlook and strengthen our ability to accept and appreciate life as it is. Acceptance also extends to our relationships. We often have expectations of how others should behave, leading to frustration and disappointment when they don't meet these expectations. By accepting people as they are, with all their strengths and weaknesses, we can build more harmonious and fulfilling relationships. This doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior, but understanding that everyone has their own journey and challenges. By practicing empathy and compassion, we create a space for authentic connections and mutual growth. Another practical approach to acceptance is the Stoic exercise of negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios and contemplating the impermanence of things. By doing this, you prepare yourself mentally for potential losses and challenges, making it easier to accept them if they occur. It also helps you appreciate what you have in the present moment. Acceptance is the first step toward effective action. When we resist reality, we waste energy and create unnecessary suffering. For example, if you lose your job, it's natural to feel upset and worried about the future. But by accepting the situation, you can focus on what you can do next, updating your resume, networking, or exploring new career opportunities. This proactive mindset enables you to navigate the challenge more effectively and reduces the emotional toll of the experience. Practicing acceptance is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth. Each time you practice acceptance, you strengthen your ability to handle life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. By embracing reality and focusing on what you can control, you cultivate a sense of peace and empowerment that enhances your overall well-being. Incorporating acceptance into your daily life can bring profound changes. It helps you let go of unnecessary stress, appreciate the present moment, and build stronger relationships. Remember, acceptance is not about giving up, but about finding strength and clarity in the face of reality. 10. Live according to nature. Living according to nature is a central concept in Stoicism. It means recognizing your place in the world and acting in harmony with your rational and social nature. At its core, this principle is about living authentically and in alignment with the universe. Start with self-awareness. Understanding yourself deeply is the first step. Reflect on your values, strengths, and purpose. By knowing your natural tendencies and inclinations, you can make choices that align with your true self, rather than conforming to societal expectations or external pressures. Living according to nature also means recognizing and accepting the natural cycles of life. Just as the seasons change, our lives go through different phases: growth, stability, decline, and renewal. Accepting these cycles helps you navigate life's transitions with greater ease and grace. Cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is key to living according to nature. These virtues are guiding principles that help you navigate life's challenges and make ethical decisions. Wisdom allows you to see things clearly and make informed choices. Courage gives you the strength to face adversity. Justice ensures that you act fairly and honorably. Temperance helps you maintain balance and self-control. By cultivating these virtues, you align your actions with your rational nature. Recognize your interconnectedness with others. As social beings, we are naturally connected to those around us. Living according to nature means recognizing our interdependence and contributing to the well-being of our community. Practice empathy, compassion, and cooperation. Helping others and building positive relationships fulfill our social nature and create a more harmonious and supportive environment. Embrace simplicity and focus on what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions and materialistic pursuits, it's easy to lose sight of our true priorities. Strip away the excess and focus on your core values and essential needs. Simplify your lifestyle, prioritize meaningful relationships, and dedicate time to personal growth and self-care. This creates space for what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Practice acceptance and gratitude. Accepting the natural flow of life means letting go of the need to control every outcome and trusting in the process. Be grateful for what you have and appreciate the present moment. Gratitude helps you recognize the abundance in your life and fosters a positive mindset. By focusing on the good, you cultivate a sense of contentment and peace. Care for the environment. As part of the natural world, we have a responsibility to care for the planet and preserve its resources. Make sustainable choices, reduce waste, and respect the delicate balance of ecosystems. By living in an environmentally conscious way, you honor your connection to nature and contribute to the well-being of future generations. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily life. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware, allowing you to make intentional choices that align with your true self. Whether through meditation, deep breathing, or mindful observation, these practices help you connect with your inner nature and the world around you. They encourage you to slow down, reflect, and act with purpose. Living according to nature requires continuous reflection and adjustment. Regularly check in with yourself and assess whether your actions align with your values and principles. Make necessary adjustments to stay on the path that feels right for you. This ongoing process ensures that you remain true to yourself and live a life of authenticity and integrity. Remember, living according to nature is about finding balance and harmony in all aspects of life. It's about understanding your place in the world and acting in ways that are true to your rational and social nature. By embracing this principle, you cultivate a life of inner peace, fulfillment, and connection with the world around you. As we conclude our journey through these Stoic principles, remember this: true power lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering your own mind and actions. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and let it guide you to a life of inner peace, resilience, and fulfillment. Thank you for being a part of Stoic Prowess. If you found this video helpful, please support us by hitting the like button and subscribing. And let us know in the comments. Type 1 if you like the video and 0 if you don't. Your feedback will help us improve.